But back to what I was saying about Lynn Public schools and how they alienate the alums with the nonsense. This is the nonsense I dealt with on Thursday at the Lynn English graduation. I'm there minding my business, taking pictures, not bothering nobody. Then somebody who they gave a little bit of power to comes up to me and pretty much kicks me out the graduation. It was just like.
Now, how many years have you been doing this, taking pictures?
Since 2021.
Since 2021, and you're known as like the local camera guy, the local film.
It's never been a problem. It's never been a problem. And then when I ask him, what's the problem? If you're gonna tell me I can't do something, I need you to give me a valid reason instead of, oh, we got hired photographers here. But what's the problem? I'm telling you, I've been doing this since 2021.
Were you in the way of anything?
No.
Now, do they tell the parents that taking pictures from the stands or standing on the side, they got hired photographers? Do they even ask them who are you?
And here's the thing. The dude was acting like I was some random parent that just came on the field to take pictures.
You know his name?
Yeah, I know his name.
Oh, now I wasn't sure if you knew his name. It was even worth remembering.
I was a former football coach.
I don't know his name.
Man, you don't need to.
Okay.
I ain't gonna mention his name. Everybody knows
you mean the guy we was talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, he was dying to say something to you, bro.
He was definitely dying because I'm like, listen, mind you.
I'm a get Mook.
But mind you, listen, I was on that field for like an hour at this point.
You
right.
You let me know you was going there. Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I was already there taking pictures. I've been, snapping. I'm just like, bruh. Then he's like, oh, I'm sorry I have to kick you off. I'm like, no, you're not, because right now...
sorries mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
Like, what's a sorry doing for me?
Exactly. But my biggest issue was like, he was acting like I was a random person that was on the field taking pictures, then asking me stupid questions.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because he works in English and you don't. And he wanted to show that. Because that's what lames do, bro.
Big time lame, because I'm just like, bruh. And he was doing it in front of the kids too, and the kids are looking at him like, they was like, you really gonna kick him out? I'm just like, hell, whatever.
I mean, think about it. When they used to have little skills and stuff at being in the field, we running our sprints. The kids more worry about us than them.
Right.
So the influence is heavy, bro. They just they don't like the influence, man. It's tough.
But once again, this is a terrible job of an alum who's. This is how they treat alums in Lynn Public schools. This is how a lot of the schools, they treat their active alums. They treat them like they don't want them around or something like that. And it's kind of like, all right, whatever. And also, because I left light, you got paid photographers there. Tell them to do their job properly. They just taking pictures of the stuff going on the stage. Nah, take pictures of the folks and the students sitting down. Take pictures of them and get all these shots. Y'all just so worried about the stage.
That would cost more.
But
that would cost more, bro.
Yeah. But that's what happened, and I was just like, and I literally looked at him like, bro, really? But shout out to my guy Rich Avery though. He runs Manning. He saw my little post and sent me a nice message. Yeah. Shout out to him and also, lastly, there was a kid too. There was a kid that wanted, kids that want to take pictures, and they kicked him off the field. And I'm just like, this defeats the whole purpose of educating and empowering kids to do something. Like, there's a bunch of kids at that school that do photography. Like, why wouldn't you have them on the field to take pictures and practice their craft there? Who cares if you hire photographers? Have those kids get on there and do it. I'm not saying let everybody on there. Just have those few kids that take pictures, have them get on the field
and let them know where they can and can't be, so they're not in the way, they're not causing any problems. Like, there's always ways to do something, but some people just they never really have control in their own life. So when they get a little bit of something, a little bit of power, they have to display it, especially when they've been feeling a certain way about people talking about their lack of skills when it comes to coaching.
And that ain't my fault. That ain't my fault.
We're not responsible for that. We're not responsible for anyone's intellectual abilities or lack of.
Definitely that. that's why I am so glad that Grace is graduating next year, because once again, I ain't got to deal with that.
I mean, you know me, I only dealt with that because I got paid to.
Yeah, I ain't.
No disrespect, because, you know, I got family that are alumni from there. And, you know, I dealt with some cool people that work for there. But I'll be honest, the city just got the culture and the energy from the Lynn Public school system has always been stale.
And trash.
It's always been stale and outdated.
Yeah. That's one thing I'd never do again. I'll never work for the Lynn Public schools again. Ever.
Oh, they were calling me
yeah,
back.
The way they treat, like I said, the way they treat alums and all that. But yeah, that was just, at that graduation, that was just so dumb. And the worst part is, because the kids that I was able to get their pictures, they loved it. So I'm gonna guarantee the few pictures I took was probably better than the ones that they had hired photographers.
There was some dope pictures too, but why do they care so much? That's my thing. Like, why do you care so much? You know he's not a threat at all. He records everything. It's not like me being on the field. I gotta be like, yo, you a St. Mary's alumni? All right, cool, my bad, out. But like, you record everything. Everybody knows you for recording stuff. So like,
and if I was a random person or a random parent on the field, I'd understand that. But I'm not. And I just felt like he wanted to flex whatever.
I mean, he can't really flex, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man. It is what it is, like I said. The kids remember who treated them well and who didn't, and they remember, like, the genuine people that helped them throughout high school and the ones that are just, there and go.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll see us on the block, or they'll see us in the neighborhood. They won't see him.
We had awards today. I got superlative. Once again, best fits. I'm on the street.